Nirmala le Reve, a floral fruity gourmand fragrance for an elegant woman. Coming up. Hello YouTube, hello dear Fragmatics, welcome to another video. Today we take a look at Nirmala le Reve by Molinard, a floral fruity gourmand fragrance for women launched in 2017. The nose behind this fragrance is Mathieu Nardin. This should not be confused with Nirmala, another creation by Molinard, which is the OG, and if you are interested I have a review for that also. This one is a newer edition. So let me explain you the name, Nirmala le Reve. So Nirmala means something clean and pure, and le Reve means the dream. So if you want the translation or an approximate translation of the name is the clean or the pure dream. Before we start the review, let me show you the full presentation. So I got my fragrance in a 3 fragrance box or pack, depends on how you want to call it. Inside you have Bel Air Eau de Toilette, you have Nirmala Eau de Parfum, and also you have of course Nirmala le Reve Eau de Toilette. So this is the back of the box. To get inside you just slide this sleeve and you get to this black box which only has the name of the house here. To open it, has a magnetic cap, and inside it looks like this. It's that time, now we go to Fragmaticus. The main accords are sugar notes, fruity, warm spicy, powdery, florals, vanilla, woody, citrus, chocolate, and patchouli. And now the official notes. On the top you have caramelized almond, peach, mandarine, bergamot, and magnolia. On the middle you have exotic fruits, orchid, violet, and rose. And on the base you have chocolate, vanilla, praline, patchouli, and sandalwood. And now let me show you the bottom. Looks like this. It's elegant but nothing too impressive. On the bottom you have the batch number, and this is the 30 milliliter bottle or 1 ounce. But if you want and if you like this fragrance, you can get it in a 75 milliliter bottle also. The cap is cheap and plastic, and you have this bow around the atomizer, which I don't find it very practical, so it's a good solution to just take it out. And I think the bottle looks quite good even like this. You don't need it. One more thing before we dive in, this is the atomizer. Let me show you how it sprays. It sprays far away, a good load and a fine mist. Very good atomizer. Let's get to the important part and see how it smells. Nirmala le Reve by Molinard, it's a gourmand fragrance with a good evolving scent profile. It's a delicious and mouth-watering fragrance. Well, except for the first few moments when all the notes explode in your face and you are overwhelmed by how sweet and sugary this is. Now, ladies, if you or your man or both of you like sweet gourmand fragrances, le Reve Nirmala will hit some soft spots. It's a seductive, nose-feeling and attractive fragrance for a date night, or if you want to keep your man close to you and make him want to consume you. Let's analyze the evolution of the scent profile. In the opening, the fragrance is quite astringent. The sweetness kicks in and feels very synthetic and dense. The caramelized almond arrives quite fast and takes the front row and has a burnt sugar or more exactly a creme brulee type of a smell. Later into the opening, the sweetness opens up and starts to be more fruity. 2 minutes into the opening, you will know for sure that this is a gourmand fragrance. You cannot distinguish all the fruits present there, but it feels more like a cocktail with the mandarin orange being on top. It's a gourmand, almondy and fruity fragrance. You get a strong creme brulee with fruits, a burnt sugar with almonds, very rich and nose feeling. Of course, it's synthetic, but still it's a mouth-watering fragrance and makes you hungry for sweets. When you get to the middle, the caramelized almond calms down, losing some of the burnt sugar sensation, and this is a good thing because in the opening it's very strong. Becomes more fruity. I think you can still detect the mandarin orange, and I get some mango, some pear, and something like kiwi, something that has some refreshing qualities to it. After, you start to detect more florals behind those fruits to give it a more perfumed texture and to make it less eatable. Makes it like you can literally touch the fragrance, and it gives some body, makes it extra feminine. The caramelized almond, it's still there, but it starts to feel like you add chocolate and vanilla to your creme brulee. Occasionally, you can start to detect hints of the patchouli, giving it a smell similar to what you get when you eat chocolate with mint cream inside. Now, the middle continues to be gourmand, but it's less sharp and less synthetic than the opening. It's creamy and has body to it. When you get to the dry down, you can still get hints of the original creme brulee, but now everything is about the chocolate and the praline with added vanilla. The patchouli is quite preeminent and gives some depth and body to the fragrance because you lose the floral base. Now, the chocolate and the praline, everything is about them. They dance together. The vanilla, although it starts rich, woody and deep, becomes more airy and less dense. After a while, the vanilla goes into the background, leaving the place for the chocolate, praline and the patchouli. Now, this is the moment where if you don't like patchouli or if you are too sensible to the note, you will start to get offended. For me, the dry down it's all about the chocolate, the praline, with a little bit of vanilla on a green base from the patchouli. It's not earthy or moody, feels more minty and woody. Finally, to resume all the things I just said, Nirmala le Reve by Molinard, it's a gourmand fragrance from the opening until the end. It starts as a creme brulee with fruits, continues as a creme brulee with fruits, chocolate and vanilla, and ends up as chocolate with praline and patchouli, which, in my opinion, feels minty. Has a relatively good opening, well, synthetic, but fixes quickly all the sharp notes. Ladies, I think this is a great fragrance to add to your collection, especially if you like sweet and gourmand fragrances. It's a delicious fragrance for women for every occasion. The only two problems I can see here are the following. First, if you don't like patchouli. Although, in my opinion, it's not powerful and I quite like it. Second is the performance. The longevity is not great, but for the time it stays potent, it's a good gourmand fragrance. Nirmala le Reve, it's a seductive, attractive and nose-catching fragrance. Once I smell it on a woman, I want more. Has a mouth-watering effect on men. So, ladies, if you want to make your man drool when you get close to him, give it a shot. People say this smells close or similar to Angel Au Sucré 2015 by Thierry Mugler. I don't think it's the case. In my opinion, in the dry down, it goes into the direction of La Nuit Trésor by Lancôme, without being a clone, or Afnan Modeste 2. By the way, I have a review on Afnan Modeste 2. If you want to watch it, you can find it on my channel. And we get to the performance. Well, this is one big problem for this fragrance. Longevity you can get around 4 hours depending on the skin type and the conditions. Projection average at best for the first 1.5 hours. And sillage average at best or below average for the first 2 hours. Who can wear Nirmala le Reve? This is a definitely feminine gourmand fragrance. No doubts about it. It's too far away from being unisex. Now, seasons and time of the day, I think this is ideal for spring and autumn because it's too sweet for those hot summer days and too weak for extreme cold winter's days. When it comes to time of the day, this is more like a nighttime fragrance, but not by much, and feels more a nighttime fragrance because of that chocolate and patchouli. When it comes to the dress code and occasions, Nirmala le Reve is ideal for date and cuddling. I think it's safe enough also for office, but you need to pay attention to the sprayer because you can easily slip into the sexy and provocative side of this fragrance. It doesn't fit as a sport fragrance because it's too gourmand and you don't want to choke people all around you, or you don't want to smell like a sweating creme brulee walking around the gym. When it comes to age, you need to be, in my opinion, at least 20 years, but of course depends on your taste. And now the big question, to buy or not to buy? Is Nirmala le Reve by Molinard a safe blind buy? If you like sweet and gourmand fragrances, I'll say this is a 100% safe blind buy. Also, in the same time, I need to remind you about the patchouli. If you find it repulsive, I'll say at least test it before you buy it. Second, I need to remind you about the performance, which is, let's say, far away from being great for the price you pay. At this moment, you can buy the 75 ml bottle for a price between 69 and 85 euros or dollars, depending on your source. And that's all for today, dear Fragmatics. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have some feedback to share, please do so in the comments. I want to take a moment to say, like usually, a special thank you to all my current subscribers. And if you are new and if it's your first time and you stayed until the end of this video, it means that I'm doing something good, something you like, something useful for you. So I will invite you to subscribe to join the family. For all of you watching my videos, thank you for your support, thank you for your feedback, and thank you for being here. That's all for today. Until next time, take care, stay safe. Bye.